that aren't your mother.
This is the only place that's free from estrogen.
Oh,
So what's this
all
one about?
right. So, okay.
It's my man cave. I can build guns. I can leave my trash laying everywhere. I can do taxes down here, and I can.
You know you only have a few days left for that, right?
Yeah, well, I'm almost done. Unless I decide to scrap the whole thing and redo it a different way, because I've got a number of factors to consider when considering how I'm going to file certain things. Like,
Oh, that's just too much any.
well, I know. There's a lot of any applied to my taxes.
Oh, I didn't do those yet.
You're welcome.
Yeah, dude. See, this is a back and forth thing.
Do it hard.
Yeah. Wait, that's like coming up soon, right? The deadline?
Yeah, it is. A few days. That's what we're literally just saying. So do it hard.
Okay.
Literally.
Yeah. I need to actually make a reminder of this.
In the vagina hole.
I have to do like 2 years of taxes.
Oh my God, you're Kit Kat's little brother.
Okay, that phrase is golden.
It is. Women like fuck sex in the vagina hole. It's fantastic.
His ENT penis grew like. Well, how are ENT penises measured?
They're measured in
physically.
Light years.
They're measured in like rails or something.
Pallets.
I like rails.
Anyway, he's a fucking textbook true-blooded ENTP. I love the fact that when he did the PSA thing, he pretended to snort nose drugs beforehand. He's a teenager. He's not actually snorting the nose drugs, but for God's sake, it's like cats playing, play fighting with their siblings, kittens. They're getting themselves ready for real fighting. Same thing.
That's how you get yourself ready for the world.
Oh yeah, that's uploading. That's done. Okay. Well, I've had a really interesting couple of days, and we made a lot of videos today. That's good. Put a lot of videos up.
I did see a bunch just came out of nowhere.
I know. I was going to upload one today, and then I was like, no, I better not. It's one of those tidal wave days. And it's not like I was not waiting with one to upload. I was just considering.
I felt like we had to bury some shit. I felt like I needed to bury some shit, you know?
Push it down.
We can't get the fuck away from
Did you use a bunch of people to make yourself feel better? Make a bunch of videos?
Just to get content so that he could put it.
I'm being mean. That was mean.
Oh, no, I don't think I was feeling bad. I just wanted to make sure I pushed videos that related to dating further away because I didn't want to get researched myself out of a date or something like that.
Maybe you should delete a video.
No.
That fucks the security of it.
You guys exactly. Thank you, Taylor.
It's up to us to be the change we want to see in the world.
Oh, make me puke.
Now you're just making fun of me.
No, I'm not. I mean, kind of. But I also kind of agree with it.
Word.
What's wrong with deleting things?
Well,
because it's like destroying history.
Because we need it for our SI, or in place of our SI.
Yeah, but I mean, don't some things aren't they okay to be forgotten?
Some things are, but not if you've got years built up of not deleting shit.
I mean, there's less of a point to delete it, you know?
Well, There's these laws in Europe, the right to be forgotten.
There's no such right.
What if you ever need to
How can you
remember?
confer the duty upon others to forget?
Then what the fuck is that law?
Well, I'm saying, like, if you go register on a website and then you decide you don't want to be associated, like, with that website anymore, and you want to have your information deleted.
So you have the right to, like, brainwash everybody to forget who you are and what you did?
It's not brainwashing. I'm just asking questions.
I mean, there's a difference between... I can see how that would be warranted in some extreme situations, like an open court records or something. But I don't know.
Yeah, why do we seal records of people? But
we shouldn't.
Why not?
Okay, some privacy is fine.
Preference, I guess.
Because, well, whose burden is it? Who's responsible so that your information is only used as you intend currently for it to be used?
Well, I guess there's sort of an autonomous ability to control your own information about yourself.
You can to an extent, but once it's out away from you, it's no longer yours. In other words, it's knowledge. It's not your information anymore. It's
But what if it's decimated without your consent?
Do you have a point where you just be playing?
Well, if it's it will be disseminated without your consent. But the point is that, number one, if it's true facts about you, then you have nothing to object about. Number two, claiming a right to privacy is saying that that my preference to keeping this information to myself outweighs the accessibility of every other human being on the planet. So,
what if that fact about yourself is something that others could use to hurt you?
Well, that's only the case if the following two things. One, we persist in a society in which things that are shameful but not bad are still shameful. So as long as people feel the need to hide shit that's not actually bad, then we're always going to have a problem with the people wanting privacy. Or people have actually done something bad that they want to hide because it's a crime or something like that, in which case they shouldn't be able to hide that shit because they've committed a crime and they deserve to be called out for their bad acts.
Or something bad happened to them.
Well, I mean, if I get my leg chopped off,
I think she's talking about a victim.
I know, but let's say I get my leg chopped off. I obviously can't prefer that people not see that my leg's been chopped off, right? So what you're saying is, if I get raped, I should be able to prefer that you not know that. But the fact is, whether you
somebody
know that,
who had their leg chopped off could always wear trousers, and you wouldn't know.
Okay, well, somebody who's been raped doesn't have to walk around saying, I've been raped, I've been raped.
The question is whose responsibility is it to uphold your wishes?
It's really only your own. Like, how did they get the information? Like,
what difference does it make?
I think that if you made your bed by putting your information out there, you made that decision at the time. It's not anyone else's responsibility to ensure that you're pleased with the current presentation of your past information.
A much more challenging question is what if somebody violates your property rights in order to get information, has that information, disseminates it, and then becomes public information? What's to be done about that? Because then you have a legitimate claim. Your property rights have been violated, but the harm that's been done is irreparable because information is not actually property. And the rights violation is not the actual dissemination of the information. It's the retrieval of the information from a protected and presumably private spot that you have.
So you're only saying that people have rights to the land in which they own?
No, there's lots of property besides land.
Intellectual?
Well, what I'm saying is if I, for example, on my computer are accessing my email. Now, obviously, the link between the physical and metaphysical objects is thinnest in this area, but I have a expectation of privacy in my Gmail account that other people won't be able to access it and or read my email. There's
What
a
happens
wide,
when you give out the password?
Huh.
well, then I mean, then there you go. There's another challenge, right? See, this is why privacy is such a tricky issue because the rights violation, namely trespass upon your property, is not actually a proof of any kind of violation of rights and privacy because there are no privacy rights. It's just a property rights issue. But yeah, I mean, privacy breaks down at every corner. I agree with you. It does. There's no reason for it.
I
I
don't
think there's reason for privacy.
know. Privacy too. Actually.
Okay, nobody
I
wants to
get
have everyone watch NMP. That's fine.
okay.
I get that.
So like I don't really share a whole lot on here because I recognize there are wackadoos
No, say whatever.
and I don't want them to have like too much proximity to me in case they decide to
Wackadoos.
go even more wackadoodle.
Just don't care and do it. Just say it. I like to hear opinions.
How many wackadoos does it take to make a dirt bag?
27.
Okay, well, I mean it's perfectly understandable that somebody would who might be sought for. But see, I don't know. Is that really likely, Lightbulb? See, I think increasingly the whole world becomes present on the internet, and people,
Mostly people are too lazy. Like the
yeah,
Demon Windu guy. Like, oh, it's convenient for me to attack you. So here's some attacks. So when they don't have to physically move themselves, when they can just either like move their mouth or move their fingers, well, then that's kind of lame. It's not a real attack. It's just lame.
I
But
mean,
there's always still, it does happen that somebody finds
But is that
the,
real? I doubt that's really why you're keeping your
huh?
private. Is that really the motivation to keep your information private? That you think someone's going to murder you?
No, it's more I just don't really want like
I get it.
I
it's
think as
just
long as you haven't made it public, you're okay. Or you should be okay. Like, yeah, again, nothing like a.
I don't get
Don't
it.
make it
I want
public.
to hear what you were gonna say. Sorry, Shane, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I didn't.
Uh, Lightbulb, what were you gonna say? I don't get it. I want to hear the answer.
to why I don't put too much out there.
You're saying no, it's not really that. Blah, but it's that. And then Taylor's like, I get it, but I don't want to hear what came after the thing before Taylor's I get it.
Oh, I'm losing it. What it was. Um, sorry.
What is it, Taylor? You get it. Do you know what it is?
No, I don't. I don't like it always when Taylor says what I think because he's not
Okay,
always
well,
right.
I'm asking Taylor what Taylor thinks Lightbulb thinks, not what Lightbulb thinks, okay?
Oh,
Oh, just a general desire for privacy. I mean, I don't think it's probably that specified, but I understand wanting to have privacy. It took me a while to warm up to this idea.
Wanting to have privacy.
You can't.
maybe it's people providing like opinions, and I'd rather them just be wrong instead of me having to like explain why they're wrong. It's too much. It's a waste of my time.
Hmm.
Like why you respond to that demon guy. Like if his opinion's wrong, then I wouldn't even bother, and I would try not to engage with somebody like that and not tell anything about myself and just hope that they just go away. But you're different than me. You don't have the
Sounds
same
like a 7.
response.
I mean, I do understand the not engaging at all as a means of getting him to go away. You and I might use that same strategy, and to a certain extent I have with I'll not engage him for a while, then I'll engage him a little bit. In that instance, I mean, I guess